Knowing what type of person you're talking to will help guide you in what to say and how to say it to get the best result. We all know the expression, treat people as you'd like to be treated. But that only goes so far. You often need to treat people as they'd like to be treated. It's generally taken that there are 4 main personality types, identified as colours, and they're red, yellow, blue and green. You can trace these back to the work of Carl Jung, which essentially evolved out of the 4 main elements of astrology. You might very well have had your own profile done using something like Insights. So we have 1, red, driven, competitive, demanding, strong-willed. 2, yellow, dynamic, enthusiastic, outgoing, persuasive. 3, blue, precise, methodical, detail-driven, cautious. And 4, green, caring, encouraging, sharing and patient. We'll all have a predominant type we go to when we're most relaxed or stressed, when, as they say, your true colours come out. But obviously, as well-rounded human beings, we might have bits of each, although we tend to have more of the colour that is next to us either side rather than opposite. Whilst we might get along with someone of the same colour in theory, an issue can arise because we're too similar and wind each other up and see the other as competition, particularly for red and yellow. Likewise, the colour opposite is also likely to frustrate you the most. For example, if you're a fiery red, demanding quick and concise answers, and someone is green, gingerly tiptoeing around the subject, not wanting to offend, you might end up pulling your hair out pretty quickly. And as a yellow, who is an inspirational left field idea you want to spontaneously start on, you're going to come down to earth with a bump. If you're working with a blue who's intent on dissecting all the pros and cons, the risks, the costs and the like before starting off. Knowing who is in front of you, whether that be a client, a colleague, friend or family member, tapping into their mindset and communicating to them as they need will help any conversation no end. And as we hear from people when they say, he's talking my language and you get me. In the workplace, this can be hugely beneficial. Let's take sales as an example. If you're a car salesman and you have one way of selling, the way you'd like to be sold to, you're only going to get a match with, for argument's sake, 25% of the people. If you're a sunshine yellow, highlighting to the potential customer the snazzy interior, changeable dashboard lighting, and create an image of them driving with the top down through the Swiss Alps, it's not necessarily going to land with someone who's a cool blue, who's done weeks of research and comparison, and is more interested in the fuel consumption, the price, and engine specifications. So, know your audience. By tailoring your approach to who is in front of you, you're giving them a style that suits them and most likely will work in your favour as a result. With the red, you need to focus on being succinct, clear, assertive. With the yellow, it's about the experience, the connection, the energy, something special and exciting. With the blue, the focus needs to be on the detail, a measured approach, thorough, professional. And with the green, it's about compassion, the collective and harmony. For businesses to work best, you really need a mix of people with all 4 personality types, as you might need a red to be directive and get things done efficiently, a blue to do all the laborious, necessary, detailed, sometimes boring work, a yellow to bring dynamism and ideas to the table, and green to ensure there's a harmonious, happy place to work. No one personality type is better than the other, and no one colour makes a better manager, each having their own strengths and weaknesses. Whilst being true to ourselves, we can still be agile and lean into these other colours when dealing with other people. And ultimately, although we can't change who we are, we can certainly learn behaviours from other styles that can make us a more rounded and balanced individual.